Hello to everyone, to my dear teachers and to my dear audience. Today, we will explain about the chemistry performance task, the toxicity of hydrogen enhanced COVID-19. We are COVID-19 fighters, the members of Layan, wael, and Marya. To introduce our topic, we will start with a small introductory video. Please have fun while watching it.
Hello everyone. If I say that's how nitrogen dioxide can increase the bad impact of coronavirus. But before we get to an answer, we should define what's coronavirus first, right Marya?
Yes, Layan. Actually, coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that causes illness ranging from the common cold to more severe disease such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome and severe acute respiratory syndrome. 2019 nCoV is a new strain that has not been previously identified in humans and causes COVID-19 coronavirus disease. But as you asked the question, there was a term as nitrogen dioxide. Can you explain it, Sarah?
Of course! It is a piece of cake, and to put it simply, it's a nasty smelling gas. Some nitrogen dioxide is formed naturally in the atmosphere by the help of lighting, and some are produced by plant, soil, and water. The major source of nitrogen dioxide is present in Australia, and the burning fossil fuel like coal, oil, and water. But after we defined all of this, what is the answer? Do you know it, Layan?
Yeah, it turns out very simple. When we said that coronavirus causes respiratory system disease, such as the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome and the severe acute respiratory syndrome, and so when we inhale a high amount of nitrogen dioxide, and so it reacts with the damaged lung cells, including those cells that fight infection. This damage can affect breathing and may increase the risk of respiratory infection. Thank you.
And so, I hope you had fun during the video. This video was made by Layan, wael, and Marya. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hello everyone.
Coronavirus history. Novel coronavirus COVID-19 is a new coronavirus which causes illness in animals or humans. In humans, are known to cause respiratory infections ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases. Chemistry has a key role to play in understanding everything from virus structure to pathogenesis, isolation of vaccines and therapies, as well as in the development of materials and techniques used by basic researchers, virologists, and clinicians.
Why nitric oxide is harmful in case of reinforcement of the virus infection. Coronavirus causes respiratory syndrome disease such as the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome and severe acute respiratory syndrome. And when we inhale a high amount of nitrogen dioxide, and so it reacts with and damaged lungs cells, including these cells that fight infection. This damage can affect breathing and may increase the risk of respiratory infections.
And now, we will start with our effect questions. Nitrogen dioxide and the human respiratory syndrome. When nitrogen dioxide is inhaled at high enough levels, it reacts with the damaged lung cells, including those cells that fight infection. This damage can affect breathing and may increase the risk of respiratory infections. To protect human health, nitrogen dioxide is regulated under the Clean Air Act.
level of nitrogen dioxide, and death rates European Space Agency's ESA. The researcher combined including the regional nitrogen dioxide pollution measured by the European Space Agency's ESA, which continuously monitors air pollution on the Earth. Based on that, he produced a global for regions with high amount of nitrogen dioxide pollution.
Nitrogen dioxide and severity of viral infection. Exposure to air pollutant nitrogen dioxide NO2 and respiratory disease or viral infections are the major cause of asthma, expiration, and it is caused by proven respiratory viral infections in children.
And now we will start with our research questions. How nitrogen dioxide is harmful? The main effect of breathing in raised levels of nitrogen dioxide is the increased likelihood of respiratory problems. Nitrogen dioxide inflames the lining of the lungs, and it can reduce immunity to lung infections. This can cause problems such as wheezing, coughing, colds, flu, and bronchitis.
Which areas have highest level of nitrogen dioxide? NO2 pollution has been at the center of the debate on the air, from cities in Europe and wildfires in Africa. Data from a new European other hotspots on the map are from power plants that emit NO2 at a much higher level.
Compare the level and nitrogen dioxide and severity of COVID-19. Individuals over the age of 60s or with underlying health conditions, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, chronic respiratory disease, and cancer, are at highest risk of severe disease or death. Long-term exposure to air pollutants, including nitrogen oxides and ground-level ozone, from car exhaust fumes or burning fossil fuels is a known risk factor for these health conditions.
Toxicity of hydrogen enhanced the COVID-19. Results show that out of 4,443 fatality cases and 3,487, which is 78%, were in 5 regions located in North Italy and Central Spain. Additionally, the same 5 regions shows the highest NO2 concentrations combined with downwards airflow, which prevent an efficient dispersion of air pollution. These results indicate that the long-term exposure to this pollutant may be one of the most important contributors to fatality caused by the COVID-19 virus in these regions and maybe across the whole world. Thank you everyone for listening to us. Thank you for all for listening and wish you all a happy day, inshallah.